Hi, it's Queen Pam, and I am broadcasting on Ustream. It's a final test before we do our Stream-a-thon on the 31st. I will be streaming here on Ustream at 2:45 to 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the list of other streamers, you can go to the Musical Scrapper. I'm looking it up right quick. It actually is themusicalscrapper.blogspot.com, and you can find a list of all the other streamers who will be streaming from 7:45 a.m. in the morning till sometime January 1st. So what I'm doing is a little preparation for what I'm going to stream on New Year's Eve. I've got some Blick Art paints here, and I am going, and some Blick tissue paper that I have cut to size to 6x6, and tissue paper, not deli paper. I did say it right. And a few stencils from Stencil Girl. These are little ones. These were in a Stencil Club package. And they were all one sheet, and I cut them down and put a little bit on them. And so let's get started. I think I want to start. I'm in a lime green mood, which is really sort of unusual for me because I am not a fan of green. But we're going to do a little green and some yellow right off the bat. And as you can see, I'm also not a fan of cleaning your jelly plate. This may be a little rich. Got a brayer, and I do sort of want them to blend together a little bit, but maybe not as much as they are. Nope, I'm not going to clean it off. Grab my sheet of tissue paper. And pull a print. Isn't that lovely? I don't know where I'm going to lay all these, but we're going to lay it just the same. And I need a rag. Here's my paint rag in my hand. And then I'm going to use my stencil to grab some. And I have a piece of deli paper, and I'm going to put that off on. And we've got a little something something, not a whole lot. And I'm going to do a little. It's getting a little dry. I don't want it to dry. I'm going to give it a little water. I'm just playing here. I don't have a plan. I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but we're going to go for it and see what happens. I think that dried. Yep, that did dry, except for where the water appears to have hit it. What I'm doing is making collage sheets, so this will make a lovely collage sheet. Let's put a little more, let's give it a little spritz of water, and then roll out some more paint. See what we can get. I think I'm kind of going to like the way that it's beading there, because that means it'll be pattern. Okay, we need some retarder, I think. but I don't have any of that, so it's going to be water retarder. That one doesn't really want to come out good at all. Maybe this one is all used up. Oh, way too much. I can't do that. Can't do that. Where's my palette knife? Use my palette knife and get some of that back in the jar. That's probably plenty for what I want to do. I'm over here scraping it, and before it gets a chance to dry, some water on it. Set it down, grab another of the stencils, going to use them all. And consider that these are going to be collage bits, which means you won't be necessarily using the whole piece, but bits and pieces of the piece. So you can consider that. That'd be cool. That'll be cool as individual little pieces. It folded over on itself and it's still pretty. Okay. Then over here, get a little something off of on the deli paper that you can't see. Let's scooch over some, and you will. Sorry, I hit the camera cord because it's sort of dangling right there. So I apologize. I'll figure that out before New Year's. That's drying. We don't want it to dry. Let's grab a print. Good. Still wet. Really pretty, especially when they get dry. I don't think I can get anything else, but you never know. Give it a little rub. This art tissue is a little stronger than, say, your gift wrap tissue. So I was able to do almost like a cleanup print. Even got some of that black that was originally on the plate. Now I am going to do a cleanup print, and so that I can get all of the colors off. So I'm going to get some Liquitex white. One moment. There it is. And that has pretty much, dried by me pulling it and whatnot. I have a couple of viewers. I got to click the menu over, see how that's working. But it doesn't appear as though anybody's chatting, but hello to anyone who's out there. Okay. Well, let's see. Got a bunch of white. And I will roll off the sprayer off to the side here where you can't necessarily see what I'm doing, but maybe you can. Get it a little cleaner. Pull those up before they bond to the since this is a cleanup print, I'm going to use this deli paper to pull it. So I'll go over here to the relatively clean size and give it a good workout so that it can bond with the paper. Hope I'm still in frame. Hello. Is that you, Jerry, too? Are you back? Or is that a chat that was from last time? That really did not clean up the iPad, the Gelli plate, but it is interesting nevertheless. So I'm going to let that dry and do it again. And I will pull it with a different color. Now I'll pull it with, that's different, but it might not reach the paint. We're going to stay with the white and see if we can get something a little better. Oh, I don't know if I'm rusty or what. Paint got on there before I wanted it to. So hopefully this will still pull if we're lucky on my cleanup print. On my deli paper. Glad you're here, Jerry. Thanks for joining me yet again. Still trying to make sure things are going well before the live stream on New Year's Eve. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you enjoyed that. Or at least, hopefully, some time off from work. Maybe. Nothing else. Okay, maybe I didn't give it enough time last time, so maybe we'll just sit here a second and let's see if I can get this print to clean up so that I can switch colors without just wasting all the yumminess that's on the plate by using a baby wipe to get it off. That seems to be pulling a little better. Yay! I like that one. Definitely have to do something to work out this cord situation over my head. But not tonight. We will do it eventually. Then we're going to go. My Christmas was good. I spent a day at my mother-in-law's house over that weekend, but we were supposed to get bad weather, so we didn't want to travel on Christmas Day in bad weather. And so oops, Let's not waste the paint. Put it on there. Oh, yep, here's my rag. And a little. So. May be able to hear my husband walking around over the top of us. And I'm going to stay with these stencils. And I'm going to use it like a stamp. Pick up and move around. And we'll go back to my one sheet of deli paper that I got out. That I should have had more. But that worked. And now we'll pull with our tissue paper. I'm using tissue paper because when I'm going to do some collaging on the string, and this is just part of the prep for that. That I think is really pretty. Nice and variegated and not just all one color. If I'm lucky, I can keep that wet and get some more. Well, I got water for sure, but I don't know if I'm going to get any paint. Rubbed a hole in that one. But it won't matter because it's going to be collage paper. I think that's going to be really pretty once it dries. Oh no, blue. Let's make purple. Like Mr. Water. Not turning into a lovely purple like I had hoped, but we will live with it. And I got some bubble wrap. There you go. Not too bad. You see that it is tearing a little bit because I made it wet. I'm gonna make it wetter because I don't want that to dry, because that is the pretty pool. Yep. It's always the second pulls I think that are the prettiest. So now, a little red and yellow. And a little white, a little Liquitex white, because it stays wet longer. And I will maybe not have to do the water thing. I don't like that color. Find a scrap piece of paper. Roll that off. I don't want to make brown. Ooh, that's pretty. But I love red and orange and fuchsia. Pretty. Yeah, I'm having to put stuff on the floor. I think for the stream I'll switch paints and use the Liquitex because they don't dry as quick. Pretty, pretty. And the beautiful thing about using tissue paper as opposed to deli paper, you could use either side. I could use this side, or I could flip it over and use that side, because when it gets on the project with matte medium, this will go translucent and you'll be able to see the paint from either side. Which is why I chose tissue paper and not deli paper, although that's Christmassy. I like that. Let's see. I want to do a couple more and then that's really about it. Clean off the lid of my white because it's getting really yucky. And maybe a cleanup print if I'm lucky. Maybe I can get one. Just get the crusty bits wet. Give it a good weight. This piece right here is deli paper. The other paper is Dick Blick art tissue. The little squares, I just took the big piece and cut it down because the tissue paper disappears a lot better than the deli does. This deli paper is the brand that you get from Sam's, 1,000 sheets in the box. I was lucky enough to get the 5-box deal for the price of one. Because now what I paid for 5 boxes is what they charge for one. Or something like that. It's real close to that. Yep. Good pull. Got all the crusty bits off. I like that. That might end, some of that might end up on it. Well, that's it for me. That's all I wanted to do was do the test and give the plug. If you go to the musicalscrapper.blogspot.com, again, the musical scrapper, all one word, .blogspot.com, you can find out about all of the New Year's Eve Stream-a-thon that's going to be going on, and everybody who's participating. So as always, I leave you in the hands of the Creator. Thanks for joining me, Jerry, too, and be blessed.